Post Acute Withdrawal Syndromes, or PAWS. This is the bit nobody warned you about. You quit drinking and you got through the first rough stretch. You expect the clouds to part, the violins to start, unicorns to start dancing like those smug fucking wellness adverts, and everyone's drinking lemon tea and wearing linen trousers. And then nothing happens. Or worse, you feel grey, flat, foggy, like somebody has turned the colour down on your life. And this is where people get scared because they think, hang on, I've done the fucking hard bit, I've stopped drinking, so why do I feel like this? And then Bob turns up, that little in the PR firm, starts whispering all of that absolute bollocks in your ear. See, you were happy at drinking. See, this is who you are. See, you fucking broke yourself. No, this is not what is happening. What is happening is post-acute withdrawal syndrome. And in plain English, your system is still rebuilding. I'm not talking about the first few days here after stopping heavily drinking. That can be medically dangerous. If you're shaking, confused, hallucinating, DTs, seizures, speak to a fucking medical professional, please. This video is about the grey that can come weeks or months after the acute storm has passed. The bit where you're technically free from the drink, but your nervous system hasn't caught up yet. Alcohol is not just a drink. Alcohol's a brake. Every time you drink, it presses down on your nervous system. For years, if you drink like I did, your brain gets used to borrowing that brake from the booze. So it stops doing its own job properly. And then to balance things out, it turns up the fucking accelerator. That accelerator is the part where you feel wired, edgy, restless, like you're waiting for something, but nothing's happening. Then one day you stop drinking. The borrowed brake disappears, but the accelerator is still flat on the floor. And this is why the system feels wrong. This is why you can be sat there in a quiet room with no obvious threat and your body still feels like it's waiting for bad news. Then there's dopamine. Every drink, your reward system gives you a cheap artificial hit. Do that for years and ordinary life stops feeling fucking normal. It stops registering. A cup of tea, a walk, a decent conversation, a quiet morning. Your brain looks at all of this and goes, is that it? That flatness has a name, anhedonia. It's the inability to feel pleasure properly. And it's proof that life is crap without, it's not proof that life's crap without alcohol. It's proof that your reward system is still recalibrating. Big fucking difference. This is what I call a chronic autumn. That weird internal season where the light's gone thin, the colour's drained out, and some part of you starts believing winter is permanent. But it isn't permanent. It just feels permanent while you're in it. That is the dirty trick that PAWS plays. It turns a temporary state into a convincing identity. And if you're not careful, Bob writes the whole fucking story for you. I'm miserable now. I'm broken. I can't enjoy anything. What's the point? No, that is weather, not the climate. The timeline is the bit, this part of the timeline is the bit where you don't get told about it. Acute withdrawal is the breach. Fast, loud, physical. Hours to days, sometimes up to a couple of weeks. PAWS is the occupation. Quiet, slow, psychological. It can come and go for months. For heavy long-term drinkers, it can take a couple of years for the system to feel properly rebuilt. I still have days where I don't. I'm 18 months into it. But the worst of the grey often starts easing over the first 3 to 6 months. If your inputs are right, and that phrase matters, if your inputs are right. Because you can't think your way out of a nervous system rebuild. You cannot affirm your way out of depleted receptors. And you definitely can't fucking shame your way out of it. You fix physiology with physiology. And that is why I always come back to the 4 pillars. Eat, sleep, move, and mind. Not as some shiny fucking wellness checklist, as engineering. Eat. If you're still putting shit in, your brain can't rebuild. Your brain rebuilds out of what you feed it. If you're trying to repair a battered nervous system with sugar, seed oils, ultra-processed crap, and blood sugar crashes every few hours, you're making the job harder than it fucking needs to be. Real food calms the machine. Protein, proper fats, minerals, salt, fermented foods if it suits you. It does for me. Food that came from a field, a farm, the sea, or something that once had a fucking face. Not a factory chemistry set dressed up as health food. Sleep. Non-fucking negotiable. This one is brutal because PAWS often wrecks sleep when you need it most. Broken sleep, vivid dreams, waking up wired. That horrible 3 a.m. nonsense where your mind starts conducting a full fucking public inquiry into your whole fucking life. Protect your sleep like medicine. Same bedtime, dark room, cool room, no late caffeine. No doom scrolling in bed pretending it's fucking relaxation. It's not. Leave your phone in another room. Your nervous system does not rebuild while you are arguing with strangers in the comment section at fucking 2 a.m. Move. Not to punish yourself. I'm not a fucking gym bunny. I got fucked back, prolapse discs from my time in the army. And it's not to burn off sins. Not because some influencer with white teeth like kitchen tiles said you need discipline. Movement tells your system you are safe. Walk, stretch, lift if you can. Get outside. Get that cold air in your lungs. I use cold water because it works for me. The river husk, no wetsuit, all year. But you don't need to turn into some fucking cold water lunatic like me on day one. Start with cold water on your face, your wrists. End the shower cold for 15 seconds. You are training the break again. Mind. This is where the OM comes in. The emotional observation method. The first rule is simple. Physiology before psychology. Do not start arguing with the thought. Change the state first. Because when your body is redlining, your thoughts are just the PR department for your biology. And that's Bob. Bob will build a beautiful case for drinking if your system is under load. He'll sound logical. He'll sound emotional. And he will sound just like fucking you. But he is not your truth. He is your old wiring with a fucking microphone. So when the grey comes in, observe it. Do not obey it. Say it plainly. This is PAWS. This is the grey. This is Bob trying to turn a temporary state into a life fucking sentence. Then use the break. 2 sharp inhales through the nose. 1 long exhale through the mouth. That's called the parasympathetic sigh. Do it 2 or 3 times, or make every exhale longer than the inhale for 2 minutes. Or get that cold water on your face. Activates the mammalian dive reflex. Activates the parasympathetic nervous system. Simple does not mean weak. Simple means usable when your system is fried. The grey lifts, not all at once, not on some magical date circled in your fucking diary, but it lifts. One day the tea tastes of something again. One day the walk actually clears your head. One day you laugh and you feel it land in your chest. And then one day the colour comes back and you realise the fog wasn't your personality, it was the repair. So if you're in that flat grey stretch after quitting drinking, hear this properly. You're not broken and you're not failing. You are not missing some magical recovery dream. Your machine is rebuilding after years of being under the wrong fucking fuel, the wrong load and the wrong chemistry. Give it the raw materials. Protect the sleep, move the body, use the break. Watch Bob without fucking obeying him. And do not let a temporary grey season write your permanent identity. You quit drinking, you already did the hard bit. PAWS is not proof you took the wrong road. It's just a stretch that nobody warned you about. Stay on it. Like, subscribe, come back for more.